He will introduce himself, a brief testimony so that you will have an idea. He is here for 3 months. He will be with the art company campaigns called Movida Festival in Mallorca and Minorca. And meanwhile that he is here, he will be helping us with our theater because he loves drama. So he's going to teach us. He's going to direct some of you in preparation for the anniversary, in preparation for our outreaches. So let's give him a hand. Welcome, Justin.
Welcome. Should I do this in Tagalog or?
You know how to speak Tagalog?
Speak in tongues.
Tongues, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm Justin. I'm 28. I'm from the U.S. I'll try to talk slowly for you guys. Let me give a testimony, and then I'll tell you kind of my life after I became a Christian, and then I'll tell you what I've been doing the last couple of years. So kind of a three-part thing. I grew up in the church. I have 2 older siblings, 1 sister, 1 brother, and we live in a small town about 2 hours south of Chicago, Illinois. My faith when I was a kid was mainly my parents' faith, and it was more not wanting to go to hell when I died instead of having an actual relationship with God. And so it's just interesting to see how God reaches down and sort of alters all of our lives. And in my case, I was maybe 14 years old, and I'd already been baptized at the time. But really, that's just the first step to a journey, isn't it? So, my dad's Bible was on his bed, and I just opened it up. And even though I was raised in the church, I really hadn't read the Bible for myself more than just Sunday school and things like that, which is sad. But happened to open it up to Matthew chapter 5, 6, and 7, which, if you know, is the Sermon on the Mount, just a crucial part of the New Testament. And that's what I happened to open up, and I know that was a God thing. Started reading my Bible, started getting hungry for the Word, got involved with the youth group at the church, went on a short-term missions trip with YWAM to Las Vegas, and we did a lot of street evangelism. And through that process of really the next 3 or 4 years throughout high school, started to own my faith, and became an active leader among my peers. Now, after I graduated, phase 2 is I wanted to go to a university that was different than maybe a state school, a regular school. So at first I went to just a Christian college, not a Bible college. I went to a Christian college, and I was really into running. Anybody run?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah? Yeah.
Always running.
Awesome. Why? Yeah, I went there and I ran track. I ran the 400-meter hurdles, and then, but I felt like God was telling me that He wanted me to go to a Bible college. So I transferred out, and I finished with a degree focused on youth ministry, and then afterwards, actually, I feel very called out of the church, which is, you don't hear a lot of people say that. And my reasoning is, for me, personally, I feel like if I'm in the gimnasio, the gymnasium, and I'm working out, for example, and there's a guy next to me, and he starts talking to me and realizes there's something different about me. As soon as he says, well, where do you work? And if it's in a church, I'm a pastor at a church, then he goes, oh, okay, typical. All right. But as soon as I tell him I work down the road next to you, then he might think, well, I can do that too. You know, I can do this whole God thing. That's just we need people in the church. But I think God has called me out of the church. So after university, I went to grad school, and I got a master's in communication. So into phase 3, what have I been doing now? God gave me the time and the money, and I was eager to literally go to all the ends of the earth. And so I talked to my pastor, and we came up with a neat plan. I prayed about it, and So what I did was I actually spent 1 year in South Korea. 안녕하세요. I taught at a Hagwon, at a private school. I taught English. That year provided for about half of the rest of my missionary journey, which involved 3 months in Australia with YWAM again, and we were doing building projects. I built a house, helped to build a house. And then I also went with YWAM for 3 months in South Africa, and we did various ministries with a lot of the poor there. And then I spent 3 months with not YWAM, but with some missionaries that my home church supports, and they help with kids who have been abandoned, and we worked with those kids. And so I've actually had some Spanish for 3 months, and then now I am here. And I'm going to serve with you guys and do a lot of drama. That'll be exciting. I didn't tell you, I was on the drama team. I was the leader in university, and we went to various churches and did dramas and things. So that'd be neat to get it back into that with a church again and really work on some of that. So do I have time to tell about the shoebox analogy? Okay. I'm a very practical guy, and so I like to leave people with this analogy. Imagine yourself 15 years old, okay, and there's a guy or a girl that you've got this crush on. You like them, but you don't really know them. You just know of them. One day, this person comes to you, and they give you this little box, a shoebox. You know, a shoebox, an empty shoebox, and in the shoebox, they said, I wrote a bunch of letters to you, but I was too afraid to give them to you, but now I'm going to give them to you. Here they are. And then on the box, on the top of the box, it's their cell phone number. Now, if I'm 15 and a girl gives me that box of letters, what am I going to do? I'm going to read the letters, and I'm going to reread the letters, and I'm probably going to have them memorized, and I'm going to call her, I'm going to talk to her. And when people ask me, you know, how do I grow in my faith, I tell them that story, and I say that letter is just like your word, the Word of God. It's a love letter that God wrote to us, and so we need to read them and reread them and memorize them so that we can know know God's character. And that cell phone number is prayer, and that's what we need to do as well. We need to pray and read our Bible. It's pretty easy, actually. So yeah. Anyway, hope that I can bless you for 3 months.
Thank you very much, Justin.